My Father's name is Yahweh. My Father is the creator of all things. He's the procreator. I am Gabriel, his strong angel, and the only one that is able to release you from the grip of Satan. My earthly name is Alvester, and it's found in no book or tablet on earth. Yahweh sent me to awaken you, to annul your sentence of death that you have signed with Satan. Most homes have Bibles, and I've heard many of you say, I read my Bible. Some say you read it every day. Well, I can believe that. However, reading is not the answer. You need to research your book and research what I teach, because it is written. Revelation 5, and read it 1, 3, 4, 2, and 7. And you will see that there's not a man on earth that understands the truth that is written in the Bible. Not even the angels in heaven. As the Father told you, a body I created for me, and I am that body, to come and bring the truth to the world. So you need to research what is written in there in order to find the truth. The truth is covered up, is hidden amongst the forest of lies in the Bible. The Bible is not a book or the book of redemption. It is the book of death. It is a trick set up by Satan and his associates. I am referred to as the Lion of the tribe of Yehudah. And that is referred because my voice goes out like a lion, and when the lion is heard in the jungle, people and everything that hear it trembles. What I teach causes the world to tremble, because the world has never heard it the way that I stated, nor have they heard what I teach from any church, synagogue, preacher, priest, or none of them, because those are Satan's men. There are so many tricks and loopholes in the Bible that you would never resurrect. You would never know the truth. You would never understand without me. I am the one sent. My Father, Yahweh's Son, his only Son, sent to resurrect the righteous only. Now, if you don't believe what I teach, and you want to be standoffish, and you want to stand into one corner, that's up to you. I didn't come for you. As I say again, I came for the righteous. I am sent to the righteous. So it's up to you to check out what I teach. It's a fool that rejects knowledge. It's a fool to reject what he don't understand without checking it out, especially when it comes and say, well, I bring you life. I'm the light bringer. And forget that Lucifer never brought you light. He kept you in the dark. I'm the light bringer. I'm the light to the world. That's right. I am the light. I bring life eternal. And the only way into the kingdom is with me. I am giving you the roadmap that leads direct to the kingdom of Yahweh, direct to my kingdom, direct to life eternal. I'm bringing that to you. I'm giving it to you. I didn't tell you to join anything. I didn't tell you to throw on a suit and run out to some special place. I didn't give you any of those things, and I'm not going to rapture you. You already raptured. You're raptured by Satan. I had two white boys walk up to me with white robes on, and One daddy was a preacher, and I love that when the daddy is a preacher, because I can show you how big a crook your daddy is. And they'll do you like this. Well, it's summertime. What in the heck are you been walking around here with a big old thick woolly robe on like a fool? And number one, they were dressed in white. So the key is that I give them credit. They stood and they listened. And how much they absorbed, I won't say. But they did listen. And I gave them one of my cards, which has the roadmap to the kingdom on it. As a matter of fact, they gave them 3. And told them to give one to someone else. And check out what your daddy is teaching, because your daddy can't see what I teach. I'm quite sure that there were people standing around, because it drew a small crowd that were listening, and they absorbed more than those boys did, because those boys' minds are trapped. Not only just trapped by Satan, but trapped by their own daddy and their own association with this preacher. So they feel partial to this preacher, because they think that if they use their mind and step outside the box, that I'm doing something wrong. When I say I'm talking to speaking for them as a third party. However, when I pass out a card to anyone, I know that that card will do its job. If it's not to the one that I give it to, it will not come back to me void. It will reach someone they are connected to. That's how the power of the Father works. You can't destroy truth. Truth is not to be destroyed. Truth resonates. And as those who are untruthful talk about in a negative light what was given to them, someone in hearing distance will grab this truth and say, let me check this out. And that's the way truth works. You can't destroy truth. They tried in the Bible, and only they could not see it. That's why it's in the Bible. If the writers could see what they put in there, they would have destroyed it at the onset. Let me open your eyes to something. I'm the smartest man, the most brilliant mind in the world, by far. No man has the knowledge that I have, or the information that I carry. And I had read your Bible from cover to cover more than once before my Father alerted me to who I am. And after my Father alerted me to who I am and why I'm here, I went and I read the book again. And as I said to my mother, I said, Mom, I read the Bible from cover to cover, and now I did it again, and I've seen it for the first time. Now I know what the Bible is all about. And I started to dissect that joker as it is written in 2 Timothy 2:15. I started to dissect it and take it apart and pull out the parts and the phrases and the verses that belong to my Father, and to reject and discard the verses that belong to Satan. So I can understand many of you saying, well, I read my Bible. Of course you have. But you can't see it. Again, go to Revelation, the 5th chapter, and read the first, 3rd, 4th, 2nd, and 7th verse. The rest is trash. And you see that you could not see. You're blinded. Your preachers are blinder than you, more blind than you. So these things are put there for me, even though the one that wrote them in didn't know that they were writing for me. And it's for this day that when I come and when I roar like a lion, because I'm against everything that you were taught, and that's why the world out there, they get angry, and in one way or the other they tremble. That's right. Cause your rulers to stand still and to see what this is all about, because they know the end is here. This is it. This is the days of judgment. That's right, the days, plural, of judgment. And I come to shut this down. I'm here for my righteous. I'm here for the children of the Father. That's right. This evil cannot continue. It will not continue. Only for a season until I get my children. Now, you can volunteer, because the only way you get it, you get here and get in the kingdom is volunteer. Nobody's going to rapture you. I don't want to force you into anything. I'm not going to force you into anything. As my father said, don't spoon feed them. And to quote him again, don't spoon feed them. If they won't, just let them work for it. Unquote. I was scolded for spoon feeding you. I was scolded for trying to save the world. And I quote again, he said, son, the world is not to be saved. In other words, he didn't send me, unquote. He didn't send me to save the world. He sent me to damn the world and to bless the righteous. That's why the power and authority, the rod is given to me. So you crooked businesses and you drug pushers, clinics, and you exist as long as I allow you to exist. You exist because my children are mixed among you, whom you mislead and mistreat every day. You see, Satan deceived you because you think a woman is a female. Oh, yes, you do. You think a serpent is a little snake. Oh, I know that you do. And see, you need to research these words. It makes a big difference. Next time you go to your Bible, start by the process of elimination. You do this on tests. I would think that you do, whether in school, college. So start by the process of eliminating the myth, the magic, the witchcraft, the things that defy nature. Eliminate those things. If you saw my Bible and the way that it's marked up, you would probably faint. But faint for what? It's not my Father's book. It carries no power whatsoever. So I marked out many, many things in it. And you find out there's very little truth left in the book. But it will begin to shine a light on the things in the Bible, the verses that you need to understand. You will stand out amongst the crowd of those with whom you do your research or do your study with. And it's useless to run to your preacher, because when you ask him a question and he won't understand, he get angry. Oh, you questioning me? You daggum right, I am. You say you God's man and God speaks to you. If you was God's man, so to speak, if you my father, you wouldn't say God. Because the word God means heathen. So why would you refer that to my father? Good thing you don't know him. Because you only slander yourself. You can't slander my father. You don't have that power. You don't have that right. But in ignorance, you holler God this and God that and Lord this and Lord that. And all those things that those are heathen words. Those are heathen phrases and titles. They have no connection to my Father. But of course, the sons of Satan wouldn't know that, so they use it. And then what they do is they bind you with Satan. They bind you with ignorance. And you don't have the nerve to challenge this ignorance that is pumped into you every Sunday. Some of it 2-3 times a week. You sit and listen, you get your gut full. So you will never rise without me. You can't rise without me. Without me, you are hell bound. You're already in hell. You don't have to come out. You are bound where you are. I've come to annul the sentence of death that you have signed with Satan on yourself. I come to know that that boy is in hell already. He's waiting on you. All of you that don't rise, he's waiting on you. As of August 8th, 1985 at 2 a.m., we threw him there. We put that boy away. And then I'm come. I am sent. I'm the sent one. I'm the pillar. I'm the cornerstone set midst of you. That's right. I'm that cornerstone. And those that belong to me, you shall rise. You will rise. And I will take you home out of this hell. Where you can encounter my Father for the first time. For your information, my recordings aren't edited. You may hear the noise from me or from the building or my surroundings, but the recordings aren't to be edited. They're to come to you exactly the way that I speak them. For I speak for the Father, as it is written, that my Father Yahweh, the Almighty, the one and omnipotent, come down with the voice of the archangel. So my speech, my voice, my words, my phrase aren't to be edited. They are natural, so this is no put on to try to impress you otherwise. All you hear is from my Father and I. As my Father said to you, if you don't believe him, believe him for the word's sake. And then those who truly believe will do their work, because you must prove all things. Go to your Bible and check out the identity of my Father Yahweh's messenger. You call Messiah, which the word simply means messenger. Check out the identity. Go to your Bibles and see what I'm supposed to be doing, what I do when I come. Check out my, not just the identity, but my occupation, what I am, what the Messiah is supposed to be doing. The book tells you that he is a carpenter, which is a contractor. Now, how many hammers have you ever seen the devil swing? How many houses has he built? I have built and remodeled and turned untold numbers. But those things you don't want to see. You want to jump up and down like a chicken with the head cut off and holler like a wild animal, thinking that you are connecting to someone. The only one you connecting to is that preacher or the people outside to hear the noise come from the building. For those temples aren't my Father's, those are Satan's temples that you have been built. And again, I want to mention that. That's why most black people and poor people have no generational wealth. Your wealth and your generational wealth that you should have for your children is given to the damn preacher. And that's all as far as it goes. He can't, you go with him and give God his money. Since he's taking of God's money, go with him. The ransom you see on my site has nothing to do with my well-being. I've always lived at the top of the food chain since I was a kid. I had a car, a luxury car, when I was 12 years old. That's right. I paid cash for a car when I was 14. It's my second car. That's right. So I don't need your money for me. I'm going to stay on the top of the food chain. That's right. I'm high enough on the food chain for this lousy federal government to rob me. Oh, they've watched me for years. I know how to build wealth, to come from nothing and make it something. That's right, to come from poverty to riches. That's right, something that you need to learn, but you're not going to learn it in your churches. Because if you learn how to invest your money, then it doesn't go to the preacher. So he makes sure he keep you tied. Tell you, tell you that is a sin to be rich. What fool? This is a money-driven society. Money is a good thing. What you gonna do? Eat out the garbage can all your life? Walk, ride ride a bike. I love riding bike, but that's secondary. I ride it because I want to. You gonna continue listening to him up there? Wear shiny shoes when you wear holy underwear and undergarments, holy lingerie. That's right. Your lights are being cut off. You're being given a late rent notice. Your cars are being repossessed. But that's God. That's what God does, but not my Father. My Father is the creator, the one and only potentate. That's right. But God leads you straight into the pit of hell. Because your God is already there. We put him there. And he's going to stay there. And when I get my number, those of you aren't with me, are with him. So this day, you need to make a decision. You got to study. You can't just walk up and say, oh, you know, Gabriel, I believe, you know. No, you can't be with me like that. You got to do your work. You got to study. You got to research. You got to prove it. Because the first thing you walk up to me and say, well, you know, Gabriel, I'm with you. I believe it. You know, I know what you said. No, you don't. And I'm going to ask you a question. How do you know? How do you know who I am? How do you know what I am? I only introduced myself to you, but I didn't make you know me. To know me is to obey me. To know me, hear me. That's right. To know me is to research what I teach. To know me is to get to know my Father. To know me is to become righteous. To know me is to stop lying and conniving. To know me is to stop sneaking in the neighbor's back door. To know me is to stop stealing, stop killing. To know me is to stop fornicating and making babies out of wedlock, little bastard babies. To know me is to stop hating people who don't look like you. To know me is to stop cheating people in their jobs and in their labor. To know me is to stop hiking prices and gouging people for the price of things that you control. To know me is to become like me. As my Father said, I want to create myself. That's right. And not just 144,000 times either. I'm not shut down to a number like that. Then where did the rest go? 144,000 times. I have much more children here that belong to me than that the devil wish. So we're talking 8 billions at this time. So if I just had 144,000, well, darn, I'm hurting. And so are you. So you see what Satan tried to cut you off at. I didn't put that number there. My Father didn't put that number there. Satan put it there so that you wouldn't have a chance in hell. And that's what it leads to. That's right. You wouldn't stand a chance in hell. All of you would be condemned. Every last one. And then tell you about Judgment Day. Well, if judgment was one day, you'd be dead already. And I'm not talking about the death that you live now. You'd be gone completely. Your soul is gone. That's right. You wouldn't have a chance to resurrect your soul. You wouldn't have a chance to know your death sentence with Satan and with death. So I didn't put that number there. You just run around talking about 144,000, like you know something when you know nothing. What you do is you be concerned about you resurrecting. Then you can help someone else. Otherwise, when you in the quicksand, you can't pull somebody else out the quicksand because you in it. You got to deliver yourself from the quicksand, then reach back and pull someone else. That's how this is done. Because all you can spread when you are dead yourself, the only thing you can spread is death. That's it. You can show someone my card or show them my site, and if their minds are to be resurrected, then it will hit home with them. They say, let me check this out. But while you dead, you can't resurrect someone else. That's right. You're the prodigal son. And while you're the prodigal son, how you going to send someone else home when they look at you and say, you haven't gone home, so why try to send me? That's right. And in the book, it talked about the prodigal son and said they would have willingly eaten with the swine. Well, let's take a closer look at that. Here's again. You aren't eating with the swine. You are eating the swine. Every day you eat the swine. So how are you going to pull back from the plate when he is the main staple on your plate? The swine is in you. You are disconnected. Not just from the head, but from your state of being, because you are full of swine. You couldn't get close to my Father if someone tried to nail you to him. You're eating the swine. Satan fed you that. Satan told you it was good, and he appeased to your taste buds. There are a lot of things, poison. There are a lot of poison that taste good, taste sweet. So you're going to go out and you're going to eat it? You need to get yourself together and start at your own dinner table. How that saying says, sweep around your door and the neighbors won't be bothering you. So you start at your own dinner table. Start to clean it up. You start cleaning house. Stop listening to the damn preacher because he's damned. I don't appease to them. I don't like what they do. I've always been against what they do. When I was in the church, there were 13 of them sitting behind me, and I reached back and said, I'm not like these fellas. And their eyes stretched. That's right, I've never been like them. I come from the truth. I come with the truth. I come in the truth. I come with facts. That's right. And I come to deliver you out of the hand of the fowler. The hands really is plural. Because almost every street corner has a hellhole. The temples of Satan are everywhere, and they've been more and more every day. And you help build them. You help trap yourself. You help murder you. You love to talk about Satan. You are Satan's helper. Forget the Santa business, because Santa ain't nothing but Satan himself too. You are Satan's helper. You destroy your children. You destroy the people around. You go in the house, oh, don't you go to church? Don't you go to church? You don't go to church. Ooh, you ought to go to church. God gonna do this to you. What? Do what? You don't go to church, my Father can bless you. You carry yourself into Satan's house and then think you high and mighty, and then you want to draw everybody else into this hellhole. That's why black people are so poor, and I bet down heavy on you. Because they feed you this white God. Doesn't look like me. Blonde hair, blue eyes. I could take any white man and put long hair on him and a beard, and he look just like that. And you are stupid. You're fools. Check out what you believe in. White folks do. They know the color. Most white people know the color of God. They know it. That's right. They just keep you ignorant. If they shut their churches down, you will rise up. That's right. Do you realize that you are the only ones that came through slavery are the only ones that didn't volunteer and walk away from the Father? When they found you, you were righteous. On the western coast of Africa, on the Ivory Coast, you were righteous. Could see your buildings from afar, the white building. And it is written that you had no jails, no criminals, no unfed, no motherless and fatherless. That's right. You had no vagabonds. There were none lying in the street and on the street corners and begging for food. This didn't exist among you. They called you a people that defied death because you lived so long, you were healthy, and you were righteous. You were taken away from life. So you have no reason not to return to me to take you to my Father. You have no reason. So why would you all of a sudden you believe this? Why? You was in slavery. You was enslaved not by me. So when this so-called God was put in your face, I know you were forced into it, but at some point you should have turned. So let me question this thing, because the thing that they fed me is totally unrighteous. It is ungodly, unseemly, and unheard of other to people who believe and love and serve Satan. I love you all. I love all of you. I don't care what color you are, what kind, and all this different. It doesn't matter to me. I'm looking at your soul. So check out what I teach. And I don't need you white folks getting angry when I talk about white people, and you black folks getting angry when I talk about how ignorant you are, because you are. You need to rise to the truth and to the facts. I am Gabriel, sent by my Father Yahweh, and I shall, must, and will do his bidding. You go to Isaiah 42:1 and read it through 4, and you see that I shall not fail.